Howdy, y'all, and welcome to the 101st Iowa State University Homecoming. My name is Fred Hoiberg, but most people around here just call me the Mayor. Iowa State University has developed and cultured hundreds, if not thousands, of various traditions and celebrations, many of which are centered around homecoming. Here's a story of how these traditions were almost lost, and it all started with 2 students.
Ugh, this Iowa State Traditions History course is so gosh darn boring. It's almost as bad as that Library 160 course. Who actually gives a hoot about this stuff?
How can you say that? These traditions are what make Iowa State University unique and heaps better than all the rest. Gee golly, I'm proud to be a Cyclone. Maybe if you weren't always dozing off during class, you would know this. And anyways, isn't this your 10th year here?
It's only my 6th year. Whatever, you're just a freshman and don't know diddly about traditions anyways. By the time you're my age, you'll realize that all these traditions are as useless as a 3-legged horse. Like if I walk around Lake Laverne, we'll get married or something.
I finally escaped your pathetic little jailhouse sigh. Now I've got your cyclone power lasso too. The so-called cyclone territory is now mine. Best reckon you should skedaddle before I'll banish you forever.
You may have beat me this time, Super Frog, but gosh darn it, you are no super dog. I'll be back soon, because like all Iowa Staters know, Cyclones never give up. You hear?
Rickrolled again! I thought I learned last time. But now that Si's hit the old dusty trail, it's time for me to banish all Iowa State traditions. Make way for TCU's superior traditions. All I have to do is make some small little changes to this silly little lasso, spin it backwards, and the town is now mine. Why didn't that work? It seems like only recent Iowa State traditions were banished. Oh, I see now. It's low on power. Needs a few hours of charge. Looks like my old Si's been using to prep Jack Trice Stadium with little cyclone magic. No worries. I reckon by Iowa State homecoming, Si's cyclone power lasso will be fully charged, and I'll finally have control over this worthless little school.
What in tarnation was all that noise? What was that horned frog yelling about banishing ISU traditions? That's even crazier than Miley Cyrus at the VMAs. This definitely doesn't sound good. I need to tell someone. Hey, freshie from that Iowa State Traditions class. I just saw the darndest thing. Wait, what in the heck are you wearing on your head?
My freshman beanie? It's done required to be worn by all ISU freshmen. Duh.
Woo doggies, now I remember. We learned about this in class. I thought in 1934 this tradition was abandoned since it was a form of discrimination against the freshmen. Wait, it's starting to make sense now when the horned frog said he banished recent ISU traditions. That frog's gotta be stopped before he done banished the rest. Found him. Quick, take off that ridiculous beanie and put on this here lanyard. It's the new tradition.
Why lanyard? What's wrong with this beanie, partner?
Do you seriously not remember any of our present traditions here at Iowa State? Trust me, you best take off that beanie and put on this here lanyard if you want to save what's left of Cyclone Nation.
Okay, fine. Hold your horses. I'll take off the beanie.
Now back to what I just saw. That darn horned frog from TCU banished Cy from Iowa State and gone took all our new traditions. We need to revive new traditions to save Iowa State.
It's all coming back to me now. We got rid of the tradition of freshmen wearing beanies, and now they just wear a lanyard handed out at Destination Iowa State. We've got to stop that dang horned frog before he can do any more damage. Who would choose a frog as a mascot anyways?
Texans. Well, we gotta start somewhere. Let's saddle up and head to Central Campus.
Why would we start there?
Gee whiz, partner. You're telling me you don't know this? It was on the last test. The pancake feed, of course. It's one of Iowa State's longest standing traditions.
The future doesn't always look bleak for ISU, but when it does, we have these 2 heroes to fix it.
Isn't it a little cold to be wearing them pants?
Well, you see, we're training for a long-standing tradition called the Governor's Run.
Governor?
Anyway, we live over in Pearson House, and the tradition goes that we split up and run the distance from Beardshire Hall to the Capitol Building in Des Moines in order to bring an invitation for Bisha to the governor.
Governor?
Dude, Varieties isn't for another couple of months. And anyways, I've got the part for Jack Sparrow covered, governor.
Wait, didn't that tradition turn into a much shorter run? Something along the lines of Curtis to Beardshire?
Maybe. But we still have the governor run as well. Fresher, you need to study more. I thought I was the lazy one.
This is the greatest day of my life!
Dr. Johnson? Hey, that's the horned frog running off with all of our homecoming pancakes.
Oh, I can't help it. They're so gall-darn delicious.
I don't blame him. That's where I done gained my freshman 50.
Don't the phrase go freshman 15? And how could you? She was the most fit campus in the nation.
Hey, you two. Aren't you forgetting you have a campus to save?
Yeah, you're right. Hey, I got an idea on just how to do that. Meet me at the Great Hall in 20 minutes.
20 minutes later.
Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Where is he?
Well, this might be a long shot, but I was thinking if we could get them to chant the ISU fight song, we could produce enough homecoming spirit to get Cy back.
That's great thinking. It'll be like an old-fashioned pep rally. Let's hope this works because we're running out of time. But we're gonna need more cyclones.
You're right. How about we use the fight song to draw people out for the homecoming celebration?
Sounds good to me.
No. That ain't right. What is this ruckus? What are you chanting?
It's the old Iowa State fight song that we learned about in class last week. Remember?
The only thing I remember from class last week was beating the entire Candy Crush saga.
While you were playing your darn games, I was learning that most students at the university were from Ames, and the college took pride in that.
Now I recall, as ISU's borders expanded, changes had to be made to the fight song. All right, y'all, let's do this. Oh, we will fight for Iowa State, and may her colors ever fly. Yes, we will fight with might for Iowa State, with the will to do or die.
Yippee-ki-yay! There's Cy on the dinky train, the same one that students used to travel on from town to campus.
We done got Cy back and all the traditions. Now it's time to get rid of this here darn frog infestation.
I can feel the cyclone power returning. I need to find that mangy horned frog and drive him out of our town.
Cy, what are you doing here? You're no longer the sheriff in this town. I've got your lasso, and it's fully charged, just in time for me to take over all Iowa State traditions for good. You'll never get to me in time.
Oh no, he's right. How am I ever going to get there in time?
Psst, Cy, take the Cy ride.
Of course, how could I forget?
No matter, I still have your lasso. I got rid of you once, and I'll do it again.
Frog, your gig is up. The students returned the traditions and pride to ISU on their own without the magic lasso. It turns out cyclone power resides in all Iowa State students, past and present. And all of our traditions are timeless. You are powerless here now, with or without that lasso. Thanks to all y'all for helping reclaim Iowa State University. If it weren't for you, who knows what would have become of Cyclone Nation? Oh, and I hope you both realize the importance of the traditions and history of Iowa State.
And that's the way a freshman and senior teamed up to save Iowa State from the wrath of the horned frog. They proved that traditions can never die, but rather adapt to the times. Like the cyclone spirit, they will continue evermore. Have a good evening, and let the traditions continue.